Well, here we are. Thanks for checking in Sambo's place. This may very well be the exit video for the SearFire, SmokeFire Sear Plus. I don't know. I can't even think of what it's called anymore. I'm so disgusted with it. So I did a cook last weekend. I did an overnight cook. I showed you that in the video. Everything turned out really well. You saw the pictures of the bark, the beautiful bark. This pit just throws the smoke. I mean, it pumps the volumes of smoke. And after talking with Weber and Jesse C, I mean, this has a modulating fan and it also has a modulating auger motor. So it's constantly dialing it down to that right amount of nice signature smoke taste. And I'll get to that, a little bit more to that a little later. So I did another cook on the following day, Sunday. 5-pound pork shoulder roast, right? A little smaller. Started out in the morning. 3 hours in, I get a flame out. I get an E3 code on the grill that it has flamed out. What the hell? Really? What the hell? So what do? I go through the shutdown procedure like it says, and in the shutdown procedure, it cools down the grill. It fills up the fire pot with pellets again for your next start. I go through all that. I had to wait for everything to cool down. Meanwhile, the pork is in the oven just resting, okay? I lost about an hour and 15 minutes on this. I had to wait for this to cool down. I had to dump all the pellets. I had to pull out the auger motor, nothing. No jam, no nothing. Had to clean out the fire pot because if you try and start it with all those pellets in there again, it's gonna... Long story short, finished up the cook and the pork turned out very well. However, flame out in the middle of a, maybe 5-hour smoke? Completely unnecessary. I lost my shit at that point, okay? I'm sorry for the language, but I lost my shit at that point. I went right to the computer right after I got done with dinner, and I started looking, and I had the Yoder in my cart. I was ready to dump $2,200 on this Yoder. Something said don't pull the trigger yet, so I did more researching. It seems like there's really 3 main American-made pellet grills, pellet smokers in the country. You got the Yoder, you got the Pits and Spits, and you got the Lone Star Grill. And they're all upwards of $2,000, $2,500 for these pits. That's American-made and American manufactured. Now, there's 2 different things. This is American manufactured, but I don't think you could say that all the parts are 100% American made. The Searwood that's coming out, and I haven't spoke to Jesse about this yet. I haven't asked him this yet, but I have a funny feeling that it's not 100% American manufactured, that some parts are being manufactured abroad. Is it being assembled here? I don't know, but I'm gonna find that out from Jesse, but we'll get to that in a second. So I had this Yoder in my cart, ready to pull the trigger on it, right? Got my wife all excited. Yeah, we're gonna spend another $700 on a pit. And then I found this comparison, and I'll put a picture of it right here. I found this comparison video on YouTube. You could check it out, where the Yoder went right up against the Pits and Spits and one of these, a SmokeFire. And they did ribs on it, on this cook-off. Same ribs, same rub, same everything, same pellets, everything. And the Weber blew the other ones away in smoke signature. So now I'm starting to think, am I gonna spend $2,200, $2,400 on a pellet smoker and a grill, and I'm gonna lose smoke signature, I'm gonna lose bark color, I'm gonna go to that. The Yoder interested me because it had flame searing, but now I'm starting to think, do I wanna give up some smoking points? So I didn't buy it. I get a call from Jesse C and an email, and basically what he said is this: Sam, I spoke with the Weber execs. We're gonna let you keep your grill until the Searwood comes out. Once the Searwood comes out, we're gonna ship you a brand new Searwood, and we're gonna refund you the balance of what you paid for the SmokeFire Sear Plus, because obviously it costs more than the Searwood. All I needed to do was give him a point of sale receipt, shoot him an email with that, and it was a done deal. So it's a done deal. I'm gonna give Weber one more shot. Hopefully in a couple weeks, when the new sear woods go on sale, we're gonna get a new sear wood in here. We're gonna have an unboxing, we're gonna have an assembly, we're gonna have a burn-in, and we're gonna have some thoughts and comments about the sear wood. But I will say this, in speaking with Jesse C, he was telling me more about the way the pit is manufactured and the cast aluminum pit. And he said, if you ever see our Genesis grills, he goes, it's very similar to that. Well, I happened to run into a Genesis grill when I was at the hardware store. And I lifted the lid, and the lids on those Genesis grills are really substantial. I mean, they are almost dampened. And I took a picture of the inside, and you're gonna see it right here. This is exactly how the new sear wood hood is going to be and how it's going to seal off. And I'm just wondering where that curvature is, if that's not going to need some Nomax tape in there, some heat tape to seal it up. I don't know. We're going to find out. But the neat thing is that once this new grill is built out, I'm also going to have some money left over to buy either the side tray or the front folding tray or the rotisserie attachment, or maybe all three. We'll see what it prices out. But we're looking at taking delivery of the new sear wood within the next month and a half, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So that's where we're at with this. Thank you for all the replies, all the responses. Thank you for all the feedback. I did read everything that you guys have sent. You ladies have sent. I appreciate the suggestions and the comments. I'm very sorry to hear that there's folks out there that are having the same issues that I am, maybe even more. It really shouldn't be with a price point on this product, and with the Weber namesake on it, you really thought that you were buying something special. So did I. Maybe the sear wood is going to make up for everything. According to Jesse, they did their homework, they listened to their customers, they listened to their QC department, and they made the improvements on this new sear wood that are necessary. What I'm finding interesting, is I'll post a picture here, is you have one single flavorizer bar, a vented flavorizer bar that goes across the center of the pit. And all the heat is going to come from the firebox up through there, and they're guaranteeing that you're going to have a very, very ambient heat zone, and it's going to be all neutral. In fact, Jesse was explaining to me that along with the temperature settings on the new sear wood, you also get 4 choices, okay, of like these heat zone, these cook heat zones. So you can open up the lid and you can use it like a grill. And 1, 2, 3, 4, obviously they increase in heat, they increase in intensity, but you are able to, quote, flame sear, quote, roast, quote, grill with the lid open in these 4 cooking zones that you also get within the technology of the new grill. So it sounds interesting. I'm going to give Weber one more chance at this. I'm going to give Weber one more try. As soon as I take delivery of the new sear wood, we'll have an unboxing and we'll compare some things. Oh, and another thing. Not only are they going to deliver this new grill free, but the shipping company that's going to bring this grill is also going to pick this up and take this away. So I don't have to deal with that either. Weber's customer support for my situation has been exemplary, outstanding. Cannot complain one bit about it. So if you're thinking about buying any one of the leftover surplus SmokeFires, you have that 100-day where if you don't like it or something's going wrong, you can return it policy. If you're thinking about a sear wood, maybe hang on and see what happens to the one I get. Hopefully we got some improved quality, we got an improved pit, and we're gonna have some really good cook experiences with it. But hey, as always, thanks for checking in. We'll be back with you soon.